Alright guys, welcome back to this channel. Something is wrong somewhere. Every time you see me on your screen, just know I've just discovered something that is wrong somewhere and I'm eager to share it with you. Morning, afternoon, evening to all my fans and well wishers all over the globe, wherever you are watching from. I still remain your host today on this same channel. Something is wrong somewhere. So today, in today's episode, I will be sharing with you something very little but thought provoking. Very little but thought provoking. And I've titled this episode Arrogance of the West. Arrogance of the West. You realize I've just discovered there are certain things the West did to Africa that were not necessary, were uncalled for, and they supposed to have tendered unreserved apology. Apart from the colonization, apart from the human slave trade that they did, that are still substantive enough for them to tender unreserved apology or do a repatriation. Apart from all those things, they actually misled Africans. They misled us. They thwarted our progress. They pinked certain terrible things without apology. And today they are calling us third world economy. They are calling us unprogressing. Whereas they did those things deliberately. They were the orchestra. They were the architects of those evil to Africans. Take for instance, they came to our forefathers. They told them the green area they were keeping at a point, the reserve area, the forest, everything. They encouraged them in what we call deforestation. They encouraged them to cut down those trees. What were their excuse? Evil forest. It's not evil forest. It's not good for you. You have to cut it down to have a look, a peep into those forests. Little wonder did our forefather knew. Then they were actually in need of those trees to develop their own economy. So they did all that. They took away all the timbers to their home country. But what is most astonishing, most disturbing about this whole charade is that when you travel to this Western world, you discover that they were actually keeping their own forest, even right in center of their cities. Their city center, you see forests everywhere. You see, it beautifies their city. And whereas they told us to cut down our own, you see that. Now they came back. As though that was not enough, they later came back. They now start encouraging afforestation. They start telling our fathers again that they should start planting. What was their excuse this time around? They said the ozone layer is no longer friendly to the human activities, so we need to start planting those trees back without any apology. They did not apologize for their wrongdoing. They just came back. And I began to observe that and I said, oh, something is wrong somewhere. Who can tell me what was wrong? Somewhere. Share with me in the comment section. Share your thought with me on this. Another instance, they came to Africa encouraging our mothers that breast milk is dirty, that breast milk is not substantial for our children, that they shouldn't give them breast milk, they should do Cowgate and SMA goat. Little know that we know that they were actually promoting their own product back at home. They were actually out there to sell Cowgate to us, SMA gold, not necessarily after our progress, as it were. What did we see later on? They came back through the instrumentality of WHO to tell us now that EBF is the way. What is EBF? Exclusive breastfeeding. Without apology again. That's how they misled us. They will first mislead you and later come back without any apology. They've taken us for a ride for long. They're now promoting exclusive breastfeeding. You have to give your children exclusive breastfeeding. You have to give them, you are not to include anything until after 6 months. But you guys were the one that first came and told us that the exclusive breastfeeding was dirty. What happened to the breasts now that you are now promoting exclusive breastfeeding? So every time they show up, I'm always suspicious of what they are doing. Every time they show up in Africa, they don't want Africa to grow. I tell you, they don't. Time will not permit me on this platform to tell about the atrocity they committed. The Pfizers of this world, they came to the northern part of Nigeria, they injected certain things in form of immunization into our children, and people died in their thousands. Arrogance of the West. And for several years, they don't own it up. They did not own up to it. Neither did they apologize that what they did was wrong. Thank God for the likes of Barack Obama or the former United States president that owned it up some couple of years back and did tender a deserving apology for what they did. I think 1994 thereabout, in the early 90s, they came to Africa, the northern part of the country. The Pfizers, through the Pfizer, they said they were doing all sort of immunization. That's how they impoverish Africa. That's how they destroy Africa. History is there. You can help yourself with all this history. It's on the net. But the point here is something is wrong somewhere. So share with me, what is your thought, or which of this arrogance have you observed too? Share with me in the comment section that at a point in their lifetime they came to Africa telling us a certain thing and they later come back and telling us different thing. Go to their cities, you see forests. Go to their health centers, doing lovely work. But they will come to Africa, they tell us different things. Enough is enough. We'll start calling a spade a spade. We're taking the world, really. Africa is taking the world. Just watch it. In the next couple of years, we'll take over the world. I tell you, sincerely. All right, guys. Like, share. If you've enjoyed this episode, like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you'll be among the first to receive notification every time I drop content like this. Thank you so much for listening. I still remain your host and your friend and your brother today. Today till I come your way again in my next episode. Don't forget, something is always wrong somewhere, and that thing that is wrong or right somewhere, you got to check it out and share with me. Bye. See you.